Cove, that's in Townsend. That's what it says. Explore one of the most popular scenic routes in Great Mark things. It's a Cades Cove driving auto tour. It's a beautiful valley, and the Great 11-mile loop is a popular route for visitors to the national park. It's a great place to see wildlife like black bears, white-tailed deer. The route has scenic stops as well as areas where visitors can see historical buildings from the 18th and 19th century.
I am no stranger to the open and gregarious nature of all the people from our southern states. And some of that reason is because 1/3 of my family left the backwoods and mean streets of northern New England down to South Carolina over 70 years ago. I am very familiar with the southern hospitality and the southern openness and willingness to share so much with everybody. Now, why am I telling you all this? Well, because every local that we met when we were in Pigeon Forge or the Pigeon Forge area all asked us, have you been to Cades Cove yet? To which we kept responding, nope, we have not. But we hear it's a lovely spot. And everybody said, well, you've got to go. You've got to go this time of day. You've got to go this time of day because the bears are in the trees as you drive by. And it's like, okay, well, I know bears up here in northern New England. We have bears. We have moose. We have deer. We have it all because it's pretty rural up here. But it was that openness, that willingness to share this stuff, this willingness to say, hey, this is a place that we would really like you to go. It was a pride of place, and it was obvious that they were prideful of that park. What was interesting is you could have spent days there just stopping in every site, walking the trails, all kinds of opportunities to explore Cades Cove. But what we chose to do, because we got there, or we went late in the afternoon, after the all Ford Bronco Super Celebration, we went after that we didn't have hours to do this. So we chose to simply drive the 11-mile loop, which is what most people do. I will tell you this, it was like being on a Disney ride because you got in trail on this road. It was a one-way road. It was just one way. It was a big circle, and you didn't get to go in two different directions. It was a one-way road, and you felt like you were on a Disney ride. It was rare that you got to be on any part of that road by yourself for very long. Still, it was stunning. It was beautiful, and I can see why they were so prideful of that park. It is incredibly beautiful. The meadows, the wooded areas, the old buildings, they were simply beautiful. Now, if you've stuck around to this point in the video, please stick around for the rest of it as we take you on a visual tour in the car of Cades Cove.
You should.
Turn left onto Little River Gorge Road.
Let's go this way. That's what it says.
If possible, make a legal U-turn.
No, I'm going
If
there.
possible, make a legal U-turn.
Cades Cove is an open-air museum located in a 6,800-acre valley known for its picturesque landscapes, and it preserves some of the material culture of those who last lived there. Located in the Great Smoky Mountain National Park, the Cove is the most visited area of the Smoky Mountains.
That was bear dung.
The tour follows an 11-mile loop built on many of the grades and turns of the old wagon roads. It was once a thriving community of settlers, and it's known for its rich history, abundant wildlife, and scenic beauty, and is now a popular destination for visitors to the national park.
Scenic loop. Let's keep going.
In 1927, the Tennessee General Assembly passed a bill approving money to buy land for the national park. It then gave the Park Commission the power to seize properties within the proposed park boundaries by eminent domain.
Bears are probably sitting back saying, "Wow, this is the 2 o'clock crowd. Let's not go out until 3." Pick up somebody new.
Now, the history of the valley before the national park included much farming and logging as the main source of economic development for the people living in the cove. This led to massive deforestation. At first, the National Park Service had planned to let the cove return to its natural forested state, but ultimately yielded to requests by the Great Smoky Mountain Conservation Association to maintain Cades Cove as a meadow.
Two-way traffic there. From that road.
Stay back so the bear don't kill you. Alright, scenic loop. To the left. Historic mill area. So we'll do the scenic loop. I wonder if the scenic loop brings you back.
Don't be an idiot. Don't idle.
In 1850, the period that's represented, the Cove supported 685 members of 137 households. European settlers settled here in the early 1800s, most of them tracing their way down the migration routes from Virginia into East Tennessee, with later pioneers moving directly over the mountains in from North Carolina. John Oliver, a veteran of the War of 1812, and his wife Lorena were the first permanent European settlers in Cades Cove, and they arrived in 1818. In 1821, William Fighting Billy Tipton, a veteran of the American Revolution, bought up large tracts of Cades Cove, which he in turn sold to his sons and relatives. A settlement began to boom here. Between 1820 and 1850, the population of Cades Cove grew to 671 people, with the size of Cove farms averaging between 150 and 300 acres. As you make your way through the area, you can see historic structures like restored churches, old grist mills, and pioneer log cabins. The people of the Cove were never isolated and kept up through newspapers, regular mail service, and circuit-riding preachers. They attended church and school and college if it was financially able. and a resident physician was here most of the time from the 1830s on. Telephones even rang in a few Cove homes about as early as they did anywhere else. In order to create what they believed to be the most representative of pioneer life in early Appalachia, the service demolished the more modern structures, leaving only the primitive cabins and barns.
Pretty the sun shining. Maybe somebody has to drive this every morning before they open, before they open the gates to make sure no trees are down or whatever. This is my building road. Can we go by that? No?
We only drove the loop, experienced the Cove from our car, but you could spend days here if you stopped to explore every building and walked every hike available. Wishing the day was a bit sunnier, but the views were stunning nonetheless.